I believe I'm joined with Jacob right now. How's it going?
Hey man, how you been?
Good, man. Great to finally have you on the show.
Yeah, I know we tried to set this up a couple times, and just,
Yeah.
whatever was happening, it all fell through. How are you liking all this rain out here, dude?
I could deal with some rain. I'm cool with it. No complaint. The thunderstorm, but the rain I can deal with that better than the snow. I tell you that much.
Yeah, I had my fill of snow this last few months.
Pretty much, pretty
Whew.
much. So I'm joined with Jacob, who is part of a local band by the name of Hes Dead Jim, who has become one of my favorite bands locally out here in Lexington. I've seen them perform numerous times. I don't remember like the first time I seen them perform. Maybe it was at Green. It's either at Green Lantern or the Burr, Green Lantern, the Burr, or someone else. But it was the first time.
Hard to
Our best friend's bar, maybe. I don't know. It was a couple years back that I
see.
seen.
I think maybe we met at the Burl. I don't
Yeah,
know if it's the first time that you saw us play, but I think it's the first time when you and I, shook hands and said hi
yes.
and all that stuff.
That is correct. That
Uh,
that was the borough when we actually talked. So I'm gonna
yeah,
say that the first time I seen you perform it had to be Green Lantern Bar. That I seen you perform it first in person.
yeah,
Green Lantern Bars probably have to be because I know y'all there numerous times. And
yeah.
what intrigued me about the band is the music obviously and the storytelling about an individual by the name of Jim. Ve-
Yes,
ve-
our dearly departed Uncle Jim was taken from us, and you know the reason that we got into this whole music biz was to spread the word about the injustice of his death, and we continue to perform, hoping that we can bring to right this wrong.
and
And so all of our songs, the lyrics are about either people that our Uncle Jim knew, or about Uncle Jim, or about our shenanigans doing research into the case.
I
So
definitely, yeah.
some people would say that's a gimmick, but whatever.
I can understand that people look at it that way. Um, people do hang on to every word or just go along with it. But hey, as a performer, you get the attention of the audience. You got something going, and
Yeah, for sure.
so that's the beauty of music, and it gets people attention. And I like this band. I like what y'all do. Y'all fun. Y'all entertaining. Definitely entertaining. Um, so as far as the story behind this band in particular, so not everybody knows the focus on the band and direction that y'all go, but how did y'all got started? Like how did y'all got the people that together for this band, to be made and all?
Yeah. There were some early incarnations of this band that didn't work for, you know, personal reasons and stuff like that. But I've been playing with Cody and Laura for the past 2 years, I think. And when I first moved back to Kentucky, I played a show where I just played acoustic guitar and opened. And I met Cody that night, and we hit it off. And he was playing in a band called Noble Giants at the time. But when he left that band, he and I ran into each other and, hit it off. And he's a metalhead, but we get along really well. And then Laura joined not too long after that. And she, you mentioned the word fun earlier. Fun is our number one goal above everything else, is to be fun and not take any of this too seriously. And I think Laura just adds a ton of that feeling to the band. So I'm really happy with the trio of people that we are right now.
Shout out to everybody on the band. Shout out to Laura. She's awesome.
Oh yeah,
She's there's not many female drummers that I know of, but she's the first and only one that I know, at least here locally. And
yeah.
when I saw her for the first time, I think it was actually at Green Lantern Bar. I said, yeah, I have noticed some changes here and there, and then I seen her. I was like, okay, she,
Oh yeah, she's a whole other dimension of stuff going on.
yeah.
Uh,
So absolutely. So, I will say one of my favorite moments of Hes Dead Jim was a collaboration of sorts with a fellow local artist from a different band, Josh of Them Goddamn Bangs.
oh
Uh,
yeah,
and that was at Green Lantern Bar, and y'all did a cover of one of my favorite rock songs ever, and Josh was perfect. His vocals was perfect for that song, for that cover. Uh, that was incredible. That was definitely one of my favorite collaborations, locally. Um, what was it
was
like?
that on Josh's birthday?
Yeah, that was on his birthday. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So
We had he'd seen us play, I don't know, a couple of months before that, and asked if he could sing it with us sometime. And then we realized the next time we were playing with him was at his birthday show. So of course you're going to ask him on stage at his birthday to sing this song. And that was a nice change of pace for me. From I got to jump around more instead of being glued to that microphone. And just that was a blast to do that with Josh.
that was quite very memorable. Definitely enjoy that performance that night. Um, and shout out to Josh and the Bangs, very entertaining band themselves locally. Um, so
Oh
with
yeah, I saw Dawn at Meyer earlier. So shout out to Dawn. She was across the store. I didn't get to say hi, but she was in there. So
shout out to Dawn, shout out to everybody. So as for 2019, we getting like the end of the quote unquote first quarter of 2019.
yeah,
Uh, so
yeah, we're settling all of our taxes and planning our growth for the next quarter and all that stuff.
yeah, taxes is done. And the cold weather is just about behind us. Weather is going to get into the 50s and 60s within a week or so. Um, and I guess what I want to ask is what's next for Hes Dead Jim as far as shows and maybe new music in the works, perhaps?
Well, the most immediate thing is that we're playing at Best Friend Bar tonight, which maybe I should have led with, but we're playing Best Friend Bar tonight. Doors at 9 or a little after 9. We're playing with a band called Nosferatu in White, which used to be Lexington-based, and then the singer moved to California, so they split up, called it quits, and their singers moved back here to Lexington, and they picked it right back up. So this is kind of a welcome back show for them this evening. As far as beyond that, we have a couple shows booked this summer. Nothing too crazy. Right now we are focusing on recording. We had basically the whole thing done, and then due to various things that have happened, we've actually had to restart. So we just finished tracking all the drums 2 days ago, and I finished the guitar maybe an hour ago. And I'm going to try to knock out all the vocals this week and get a 15-track album out by the end of summer, if all goes well.
Okay, I'm definitely looking forward to that. I played a song off the 2017 album, which I think it was the first rock album that I purchased on Bandcamp.
Oh, thanks, dude.
So that was a pretty dope album, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. And I was looking for y'all on Spotify, and then I'm like, oh wait a minute, they not. There is a Hes Dead Jim, but that's not the one from Lexington.
Yeah,
So
we've got a couple of people at shows who listen to us, and then we're either disappointed that we're not the Scottish 1980s punk band, or are greatly relieved that we're not the 1980s Scottish punk band. That has been a factor in us getting our music on Spotify. If I had known there was another band with this name when we started, things might have turned out differently. We're trying to figure out if we can be another Hes Dead Jim on Spotify or not, or what. So just bear with us on that one. We're working on it.
it's all good. I noticed some, there are multiple artists with some of the same name or similar name, and it's been able to, other artists has been able to work that out. So, I guess I can just say Hes Dead Jim, like underscore Lexington or something. I don't know, but
Yeah,
we'll see.
yeah.
We'll see.
I mean, it's 2019, and there's so many great artists out there, and the internet has allowed so many people to make music in their bedrooms or their basements or whatever. And so everybody's, trying to grab up those good band names while they can.
Very, very true. So, we'll get back to the music in just a bit. I don't know if you've seen the post from Als Bar, as of yesterday.
Yeah, man.
There've been a lot of talks about the future of that bar. It's been on sale for quite a while, and as of last night, they have announced that they have some new owners, and they'll be start working as of Monday. Ironically, on April Fool's Day. But
I didn't think about that.
yeah, so kind of an odd way to start new business or new ownership, but at the end of the day, the bar is not going out of business. They might look at things differently, like unlike the previous owners are, but at least the people that's working there still have jobs and
Oh,
will
yeah.
still be able to hear live music. I guess it's just a matter of what type of music they might be interested in, since they putting their money into this bar. So
Oh, yeah. Als Bar has been an important part of Lexington music since I've lived in Lexington. It's where I met Cody, and we've played there I don't know how many times. And so I'm glad that they're not just saying, nah, Als Bar is over, but they're passing that baton on, and I look forward to seeing, what happens next. And I don't know who's bought it yet, but Als Bar has always been good to us before, so I trust it'll stay the same.
yeah, Als Bar's been good to me as a customer. I think I've had one bad incident, but it wasn't like too bad. But for the most part, Als Bar's been good for me. Food is good, music is good, and especially good, and with the weather getting warm. So it's
Oh, yeah, that patio out back.
the patio, yes. That's like you might as well just cook up some barbecue up in there from time to time. And maybe that's what the new owners must have thinking. Like, maybe we can do a little something, something with the weather getting warmer and all.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
not tonight because of the rain and the thunderstorms and all that, but
Uh-huh.
but down the road at least. Um, I've definitely enjoyed your music throughout the last couple of years. What are some of your favorite songs that you like to perform? As far at least original songs that you like to perform.
Uh, well, one of my favorite songs is probably our shortest one, uh, and it was on that CD. It's called The Jailer's Jingle, and it's maybe 2 minutes, probably not even that much. And I think there's something about it being so short that makes me like it more. That is, the number one criticism that we get as a band when people watch us is, hey, this song is too short. And I get that and I respect it, but I would rather it be too short than too long. And, because it's such a short song, we don't play it every show we do, and it kind of keeps it special. Uh, my girlfriend's favorite song is called The Submariner's Shanty, and that's a song about this dude who gets a job on a pirate ship where he is he's on a salvaging ship, and he gets into one of those full metal diving suits, and when he goes down, something happens to his air hose, and he can't get back up to the ship, and it's a pretty grisly ending when he meets the sea monster, and that's probably my favorite song to play.
And my last question before I let you go, as you prepare to perform at Best Friends Bar later on this evening, um, tell the people where they can check you guys out on social media and where can they hear your music.
So the music you can find on Bandcamp, which I believe is under ripunclejames.bandcamp.com. Our Facebook is facebook.com/rip.unclejames. If you type in Hes Dead Jim on Facebook, you'll get like some Star Trek stuff and, all kinds of stuff like that. And then we have an Instagram, which I believe is Hes Dead Jim Band. And as soon as I get some recordings on Spotify, I'll let you know, Kenny.
Sounds good, man. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great set. Tell the rest of the band I said hello, and I'll see y'all in the future for sure.